What's going on, everybody? My name's LUCK, aka Luck, and welcome to episode 7 of my Mod Mastery Immersive Engineering series. Last episode, we got cloches up and running. And like I said, in between episodes, I was going to set up a few more, just to show you guys, how fast they can be once you get a whole bunch of them. These guys are just cooking away, right? So this is going to get us all the hemp that we need, and we should be able to finish those windmill sails, possibly even by the end of this episode, right? I've been kind of monitoring how many stacks that we've been getting, and yeah, hopefully by the end of the episode, we should be good to finish off those windmill sails. This episode, what I'd like to do, I'd like to accomplish a couple things. First thing I would like to get is the improved blast furnace, right? Now, this thing is pretty cool. It can make steel for you pretty quickly, but it does require power, right? It also requires a lot of steel. We basically have to break down our entire blast furnace that we have and rebuild it with these improved blast furnace blocks, which require at least one piece of steel each, right? And then another thing that I'd like to get to is the sawmill, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to start on the blast furnace first, right? Let me see. Do we have... Okay, so we have a few things in here. Right, let's take this out, get rid of the slag. Like I said, there is something you can do with slag later, but we're not there yet. So let's take all of these blocks here, and we're going to change these into the reinforced blast furnace bricks. I don't know if they're called reinforced or improved. I don't remember. I think it's called reinforced. All I know is they take a lot of steel. So we have 27 blast bricks. We need one piece of steel for each of those. So we're going to get 27 steel, right? And we got to run this through our metal press. And we have the metal press on there. Very cool. Boom. And then while that's doing its thing, let's go ahead and read about it. The improved blast furnace is a much more professional way of creating steel. Not only does it allow the automation of in and outputs, it can also be outfitted with preheaters to speed up the refinement process by addition of hot air. The furnace is made from reinforced bricks, so you'd be advised to spend your first batches of steel on this upgrade. The structure of the furnace is similar to its crude predecessor, but the bricks have been reinforced and a hopper was added to the top to funnel in inputs. Steel is output at the front of the furnace, slag at the back. The furnace will automatically output to connected inventories or conveyor belts. Iron and coal coke are fed in through the top. Okay, cool. So we're just going to wait for these plates. Boom. Very cool. And then it's as simple as just adding them to the bricks, just like so, right? And boom. Now, one thing I like to do with this guy, right, because you'll see when I go to build it, it's not the same shape as the regular blast furnace. So what I like to do with this guy is instead of having him, flush with the wall, I like to bring him out one, like so. And you'll see why in a second, right? Let's see if I can sneak one back there. Nice. Pro Minecraft player. Let's go. As I messed that one up. All right, awesome. And next thing we need is a hopper. We have some iron on us. Very cool. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a chest. Awesome. And some iron. And a hopper. Awesome. Very cool. Now let's climb up on top of this guy. Because we got to put a hopper up here. So let's, like so. And then we just smack the front of this guy with a hammer. And blast furnace. There we go. So now you see, this is the reason why I like to bring it out one, because he does kind of take up a weird space in the world, right? I wonder if I break this, do you keep your inventory? You totally do. Let's go. Awesome. And then these little vents on the sides, we're going to put these things called preheaters on them. So let's clear out just a small, tiny amount of space. Probably don't even need you there anymore. Cool. Awesome. Very cool. Now, let me see here for a second, right? I believe, if I remember correctly, the actual blast furnace itself doesn't require power, right? It'll work just like a regular a regular blast furnace, right? But what you can do is you can add these things called preheaters to the sides of them, and those do require power. So let's see. Preheaters, right? So it's going to require some of that sheet metal, some pipes, which we have, and a couple of those external heaters, right? So let's get cooking on those. So we're going to need 2 of these, right? And we're going to need 2 external heaters. So we need 8 copper plates, which we have 8 copper on us. That's fortuitous. Boom. So you guys start cooking up into plates. We're going to need a whole bunch of sheet metal. How do we have any extras? I wonder. We do not. That's fine. Oh, we have a couple on us, but that's not really helpful. So we're going to need, let's see. We need 2 more, so we need 8 plates. Cool. So let's do that. Like so. Grab this. And let's get working on these external heaters. So a little bit something like this, right? Cool. Awesome. And we have 2 fluid pipes on us, which is awesome. And then these guys will get turned into iron sheet metal. Like so. Awesome. And then blast furnace preheater. Awesome. And these guys connect right to the sides, just like this. Right? And then you put power in through the top. So let's grab some cobble so I can jump up here. Right? And then we're going to put a connector there and a connector there. Cool. And then what we should probably do is put a relay here. But let's break this first. Right? So we'll do we'll do a relay here. Right, so that'll connect to those guys. Let's grab our wiring, and we'll do you to you, you to you, you to you. I think I had, yeah, I had the other relay up here. We'll go you to you, and you to you. And everything should be happy, right? Why you guys want to have power? Let's read a little bit more about that. Preheaters. The blast furnace preheaters are used to heat up air and then blow it into the furnace to speed up the refinement process of iron. Each furnace can have up to 2 preheaters connected to the ports on each side, and each preheater requires 32 flux to operate. That's it. That's all it says. Oh, you are out. You are out. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Interesting. So what we should probably do then is, let's see, how are you guys looking? Let's change you to output, right? Let's change you to output and you to inputs. And then you guys should quickly fill up with energy. Nice. There we go. Okay. Crisis averted. How are we looking on power? Draining pretty quickly. Don't love that. Are you still... Oh, you're still cooking away there. Okay. Draining pretty quickly, but we should be able to alleviate that pretty soon with the improved windmills. So now that we have the preheaters on the sides here, and I'll clean up the back side of that in a minute here. But now that we have the preheaters on the back side of there, this guy should... Yep, there we go. And you'll see that it makes steel way faster. Like, way faster. Significantly faster than the regular blast furnace. It seems like it's about double the time for a regular furnace to cook stuff. But well worth it. Awesome. Very cool. So now that we have that done, like I said, the other thing I wanted to look at in this episode is the sawmill. The sawmill is pretty cool. It can get you extra logs out of your wood, which is awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and read about it. The sawmill is a machine assembly that cuts wooden logs into neatly stacked planks. The machine operates in 2 stages by first stripping the bark of the log and then using a saw blade to cut the stripped log apart. Both steps of the process create sawdust, which is collected and output through the port on the front of the machine. The sawdust can then be processed into paper later on. Okay, cool. The other thing that I totally forgot to do was this improved blast furnace, like is said in the book, has inputs and outputs, right? So if we slap a chest there, it'll just dump all of the steel right into there, and you can output the slag through the back, right? So let me take a few minutes before we start in the sawmill. I'm going to clean this up because that's going to annoy me if I just leave it like that, and I'll be back. All right, guys. So we cleaned it all up, looking fancy, awesome. Cool. So like I said, the next thing we're going to work on is the sawmill, right? So let's go ahead and see what exactly we need. So we're going to need 6 light engineering blocks. And I know for a fact we're probably going to need more iron, which we were cooking up, which is cool. I guess let's set, and I'm actually out of raw iron, which is fine. So light engineering blocks, we have 2 in here, cool. Let's clean up our inventory a little bit, because you know me, my inventory gets crazy sometimes. Leads, yeah, those are going to be useful. Thanks, traders. All right, so we'll put the aluminum in there, cool. All right, so 6 light engineering blocks, right? Let's see. I always forget. Engineering blocks. Where are you guys at? Light engineering blocks. So we need 4 of the iron mechanical components and 4 of the sheet metal. The sheet metals are easy. You just throw 4 ingots on your metal press, like so. And then the mechanical components we build in here. Oh, we're going to need a few more of the plates. So let's get those cooking up. Cool. So let's go ahead and throw these in here. All right. Boom. Oh, we're gonna need way more than that. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more steel than that. Let's just do like 16, just so that we have extra plates, because I'm sure that we'll wind up using them at some point, right? So there's no reason not to turn all these into plates. So let's, yep, we're just waiting on a few more plates. That should be good. And iron mechanical components. Nice. All right, and our machine just finished the rest of our plates, which is awesome. Let's get over here. We're going to make some iron sheet metal, and I totally messed up that recipe. Cool. And then light engineering blocks. We're going to need a few of those copper ingots. Let's just grab the copper out of our blueprint workshop there. Right, so we got our 6 light engineering blocks. Very cool. We're going to need 4 iron sheet metal. We know how to make that. We're pros at that. Cool. And then we're going to need 2 heavy engineering blocks. So let's see. Heavy engineering. That's going to take steel. Oh, and also some of that electrum. So let's grab, we have 1. That should work. And each one of the steels take 2 steel plates and 1 copper ingot. So we're going to need 8. 8 steel, huh? Yeah, we got that. So we're going to need 16 steel plates. Am I right about that? No, we need 12. 12 steel plates. Trying not to burn through all the steel that we actually have cooked up. In between episodes, I will get some more iron and run it through. In the meantime, let's grab like 32 copper and throw it in our crusher. At some point we will set up like conveyor belts and stuff to kind of semi-automate all this stuff, where we could just come back, we could throw it in a chest, it'll suck it out, it'll do all its, you know, everything it's got to do, it'll output everything where it's got to go, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get the sheet metal that we're going to need, and then we're waiting on some copper. Oh, we have a ton of iron in here. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's get some iron cooking up, and then we'll get some copper cooking up. And how's our power looking? It's looking all right. It's looking okay. You're empty. You're empty. Yeah, we're definitely gonna want to get those windmills upgraded sooner rather than later, for sure. Okay. So you, and boom. Very cool. And heavy engineering blocks. Boom. And we're gonna need 2 of those, right? All right, cool. The next thing we need is 1 redstone engineering block. So we're gonna need one of you guys. So we're gonna need more of those copper, or I mean the iron sheet metals. And 4 redstone dust and copper. And redstone engineering blocks. And I think it was just 1, right? Yeah, 1. Okay. So we got that. Very cool. The next thing we're going to need is 8 steel scaffolding. Did we have any more steel scaffolding? We had steel fencing. It looks like we might have used it all. So let's get some more scaffolding. It would help if I could spell it. Scaffolding. So 3 steel ingots and steel rods, and we're going to need 8. So we need something like this, right? And do we have any more? I'm trying to be very frugal with the materials that I have. It doesn't look like we're going to get away with saving. So let's just do this, right? 8 steel scaffolding. Nice. Okay. So let's see. And the last thing we need is 4 conveyor belts. And we have 6, so we're good on those, right? And cool. So let's go ahead and start getting this machine built. You're probably struggling over here for power, aren't you? Unless you're done. Who is using all my power right now? Probably the external heater, to be honest with you. What about you guys over here? How are you doing? Not great. Not terrible, but not great. Yeah, they're all full, but... alright, cool. So, let's see. Sawmill. Let's do it step by step. So, let's do... first level here, right? We're going to need our scaffolding, our sheet metals. Let's just put all this stuff on our bars just to have it. Cool. Awesome. So we need a row of 3 scaffolding, right? So let's do 1, 2, 3. Oh, what happened? What'd you do? That was weird. Okay. And then we need 3 light engineering blocks in the back. So 1, 2, 3. And then I think another line of scaffolding like so. Yep. 2 scaffolding and a heavy engineering block. So 1, 2, and then you. And then I think it was just 3 of the sheet metal in the front, right? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Next level, we need a conveyor belt, and they need to be going from left to right, right? So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Cool. And then our 3 engineering blocks in the back, like that. And then we're going to need our heavy engineering block here. Redstone engineering block there, sheet metal there, right? So sheet metal, redstone engineering block like that. And that should be it. And then we smack this block right here with our hammer, and it should turn into a sawmill. Boom. Look at that. Very cool. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've never actually used this this machine, so this is going to be an experience for both of us, right? So the sawmill is a machine assembly that cuts wood and logs into neatly stacked planks. The machine operates in 2 stages, first by stripping bark of the log and then using a saw blade to cut the stripped logs apart. So let's take a look at the saw blade, right? Ooh, interesting. Interesting. We just need a saw blade. We don't need a buzz saw. Rock cutter. Metal press. What if we just wanted like a regular saw blade? How about that? Saw blade. There we go. So it's going to take more steel, a lot more steel, which is fun. And I think we have just enough to get this project finished today. So let's go ahead and throw some of these plates on here. Now I don't know if these saw blades degrade over time. I would assume that they do, considering that they're replaceable. I wouldn't expect this mod to make it so that you just make one and then you have the one forever. So let's do like so. Boom, saw blade. All right, cool. Now let's throw this saw. I guess we just click it in there, right? Ooh, fancy. And now let's just kind of see what this guy can do. So we're gonna need, obviously we're gonna need to give it some power, right? And do we have a spare accumulator? We do. Nice. I am prepared. And you accept power there. So let's do an accumulator here, right? And we're going to do input there, output there. And we're going to say from you to you. And from you to you. Oh, there we go. All right, awesome. And yeah, let's just see what happens. So we throw that on there. Oh yeah, check that out. Check that out, that's so cool. I love it. I love it. All right, awesome. Let's, first things first, let's get a lever, because that guy is loud, for sure. We don't want him running all the time, because he is loud. Next thing we're gonna wanna do is get a chest, right? Actually, we're going to want a couple chests because it outputs 2 different ways. So let's do a chest right here in the front, like so. And then we'll do a chest right here. Right. And so now when we throw our logs on here, oh yeah, check that out. That's so cool. I love it. And he's struggling for power right now, which is fine. But yeah, a good simple way to get a ton of extra wood. You get sawdust, which you can use in different things, right? Sawdust flooring, that's cool. Fiberboard, paper. You can also burn it in a furnace. Very cool. Awesome. So now that we got the sawmill done, last thing that we're going to do for the episode, we're going to see how many more windmill sails we can make so that we can upgrade our windmills. And hopefully we won't have to worry about power very much anymore. Let's grab all of this. Cool. And let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into. So I think we had a couple, yeah, we had a few tough fabrics, right? So let's see, sail, boom, and we're gonna need some tough fabrics. We need more sticks. That's what we need. Yeah, something like that. We're just gonna make as many as we possibly can, like so, and like so. 13. So honestly, I don't even know if that's going to be enough. So let's do like this. Let's get a few more. You guys. 16. That's definitely enough to cover at least 2. I don't remember how many more we needed, but let's get up there and find out. All right, so we should have enough to cover all of our windmills. So let's do that. And you guys, and now you guys should be absolutely cooking right now. You guys should be totally cooking. Let's go down and take a look at our power situation. Still struggling a little bit, but everything will kind of balance out as things get, as energy inventories get filled, things will balance out. Let's just grab the rest of that. Yeah, this guy makes a lot of wood, huh? Kinda love it. Kinda love it. There you go. Now he's filling up with power. Once this guy fills, it'll fill all the rest of the machines in the lines, and should be good to go. Very cool. Now, like I said, you can use the seeds later in the mod, so they are useful to keep around, right? We can eventually make a machine called a squeezer that'll squeeze them down into oils, and then you can refine the oils into diesel, which you can then put in a diesel generator, and that's fun times right there. We'll definitely be getting to that sooner rather than later. For the meantime, let's go ahead and shut you down. Yeah, because you are loud. But yeah, guys, so I think we're going to wrap it up there. We did a good amount in the base. We got the improved blast furnace up and running, and we got the sawmill. Next episode, let's see. Next episode, we'll start. I want to take a look at the assembler and automated workbench. So these are two things that in the past, whenever I've played with the mod, I've never used these, right? Simply because I was never a huge fan of automated crafting unless it was like a refined storage type of deal, right? So I want to take a look at these and see what they're about. In between episodes, I definitely have to get some more steel and stuff cooking up. But next episode, like I said, we're going to take a look at those, and then we'll start getting into like the squeezer and the fermenter, which is how you make the diesel. The refinery is how you actually make the diesel. And then, oh yeah, we have the arc furnace that we got to get to. We still got a lot in this mod to get to. There's a lot of the more fun gimmicky stuff like the railgun, and yeah, there's a lot in this mod. So, yeah, guys, if you guys are enjoying the series, please let me know by hitting that sub button. I wanted to kind of fill you guys in on what was going on with my Direwolf 20 Let's Play. Firstly, I sort of run out of ideas that I wanted to do in the world, right? Each Minecraft world kind of gets to a point where you just kind of have accomplished the things that you want to accomplish, right? And barring a few extraneous things like getting full armor sets on certain things, I think that I'm going to start slowing that one way down. And you guys have probably noticed I haven't uploaded a episode of my Let's Play in 2 weeks now. I am going to upload a few more episodes of that. I want to get all of the armor sets, right? But that series is going to slow way down. Now, with that being said, I do have a couple things on the horizon. I think that I have a little bit of a collab idea coming up here soon, which should be fun, and I think that's going to take the place of the main Let's Play for the foreseeable future. Like I said, I'm going to release a few more episodes of the Direwolf 20 Let's Play. There are a couple other things that I want to get in the mod pack. At the point that I'm at now, I mean, it's so overpowered, right? Like, I can craft anything I want at the touch of a button. I'm not wanting for resources for the foreseeable future, barring like my base exploding and me starting over, right? There's not really a whole lot in the base that I can do that would excite you guys, to the extent that I would want, right? So I think, like I said, we're going to release a few more episodes where I go out and I try to complete those armor sets, because I am a collector, right? That's one of the things I like to do. So we'll probably do that, but eventually in the somewhat near future, we are going to wrap that series up. we'll have a finale. I'll take everybody through the entire base, and we'll show everything off that we did throughout the season. And yeah, guys, it just unfortunately it gets to a point where it's like I'm kind of like doing the same things over and over, and I don't want to bore you guys. You know what I mean? So that's it for episode 7 of my Mod Mastery Immersive Engineering series, and you guys stay tuned for that collab, the collab series that I'm talking about. Should be coming out in the next couple of weeks, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, guys, if you guys are enjoying the series, please hit that sub button because it lets me know that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. And yeah, guys, until next time, I will catch you all later. See ya.